My brother, all right? If you take one thing from this video, is to be a sponge. Sometimes you need to just shut the fuck up and listen when somebody's talking. Because I'm literally breaking down the exact step-by-step method that took me from a skinny, insecure kid to the man I am today. Pretty jacked, come on. And I'm proud of the mindset I have. So with that being said, all right? Make sure you grab pen and paper and take some damn notes. All right? Take some damn notes. Because I'm going to be dropping game throughout the whole video. But specifically towards the end, I got a special offer for you. All right? So make sure you stick to the end. So with that being said, make sure you enjoy it. And I'll see you on the other side. Peace. All right, you guys. So first things first, I want to talk a little bit about my story first. Because I want you to connect the dots backwards with each other as we get into the video. I'm Rock, I'm 19, nice to meet you, and I've been in sports pretty much my whole life. Gymnastics, athletics, and now handball. Besides doing fitness coaching, I'm also a professional handball player, and I'm proud to say that. And I know that I can use the peak of energy that I have at this young age to do both. My parents split up about 10 years ago. I was brought up in a single mother household with my sister. And I was pretty much just your average teenager, drinking, smoking during the weekends, partied a lot. Had way too many vices, way too many distractions. I didn't know how to control myself, my vices, my lust, I just kept saying yes and yes to things. And I was also such a high perfectionist, I always started to commit on self-improvement, right? I started to bulk, I started to eat healthier, I started to commit to the gym. Waking up earlier, all kind of bullshit like that. But I would always just quit because I was so sick of forcing myself to do things because I was such a perfectionist. And if things were not perfect, I just quit halfway along the process. My turning point was actually in September 2022, and that's when it really hit me. I was sitting in the bar with my friends, and I've thought about it a little bit. Who of us here has made some progress in the last 3 years? And was like, fuck, none of us, including me, including myself. I've made zero progress in the last 3 years. Mind you, I was 15, 16 at a time, pretty strong mindset for that age, but still, fuck, I haven't done any progress. I started to panic. I was just like, well, where's my life gonna go now? Since that turning point, when it really hit me, I started to improve myself. I started to build systems around my life that would help me build a V8 physique. And I'm gonna show you guys exactly how later in the video. First and foremost, who this is for, who this is not for, all right? Who this is for? This is for you, a skinny guy who's sick of not seeing muscle growth or improvement when it comes to your performance, sleep, or nutrition, because you're constantly tired because of your tight schedules, because of your inconsistent nutrition and poor sleep. You want to look lean and muscular, and you want to perform at your best, but you don't know how because you don't know enough about nutrition. You either overeat or undereat. You want to have specific goals, be consistent, be disciplined, and have high enough self-respect to control yourself and to control your lust. Second, who this is not for, all right? If you're not willing to stop tolerating an average body, mind, and life, stop watching this video, all right? If you're not willing to listen and learn and implement the things I say and stay arrogant and lazy, this is not for you. And if you're not willing to drop all of the vices that you have, this is not for you, all right? Or at least some of the vices in your life. Now, here's the thing you need to realize, all right? Here's the truth you need to hear. Your vices, your lust, your arrogance will not get you the confidence and the shredded body that you want. And that's what most guys fail to realize. Look, you don't need perfect workout plan, perfect nutrition. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need to be perfect in anything in your life, all right? But what you need to do is have systems. Stop being in your comfort zone and actually start doing things that will move you forward, to set you up for success. And by comfort zone, I mean the people you hang around with, the shit that you consume, the junk that you consume, all right? The 10 hours of screen time that you have every single day, right? the junk food that you eat, an absolute shit of a nutrition that you consume. You do zero trainings and you're still skinny and insecure and you're not confident, and you're gonna stay in the exact same spot if you don't do anything. Now, after this video, everything will change for you, because I'm gonna show you exactly how to build a V8 physique yourself using the 4 key elements. But first and foremost, what a V8 stands for, all right? A V8 stands for just building an absolute unit of an individual, all right? Building an absolute beast of an individual and getting into the best shape of your life. Destroying the skinny frame that you've always wanted to get rid of. Get on top of your shit, get on top of your nutrition, all right? And get on top of your mindset. Here are the 4 key elements of a V8 athlete method. First and foremost, mindset. 4 pillars of V8. You get your mindset in first, then everything else. Second, having an unbreakable routine, getting on top of your shit, getting on top of your routine, having systems around your life that will set you up for doing productive behaviors to move you towards your desired outcome. All right. Third thing, gym and training, building your dream physique. And last and foremost, mastering your fuel. If you think about it, you don't put in a V8 engine some garbage. No, you feed that shit with some race fuel. The 4 pillars of a V8 athlete mindset. The first pillar is that you need to understand that you're out here alone, absolutely alone. Nobody's gonna come to your bed, drag you out of bed, make you work hard, go and get you a badass physique and an unbreakable mindset. Nobody's going to do that for you. You need to understand you're alone, absolutely alone, and that nobody gives a shit about you and doesn't care about you as much as you need to care to fix your life. Second thing is that you need to know that your word is iron. Everything that you say, you mean it. And you commit to shit. You don't just say, I'm gonna get into a badass shape, a badass physique. No, but you stick to it. Because if you're gonna keep breaking promises to yourself, you will never have the confidence and the self-respect that you want. Third thing, you need to be pissed off at the situation that you're currently in and you want to change it. Which correlates with the last thing, is that you need to be perspicacious. Perspicacity. You need to understand that there's a whole bunch of people out there your age who are doing amazing shit that you are not doing, having amazing shit that you don't have. They're having their dream physiques, they're looking their best when you are sitting at home skinny, insecure, and you're complaining about being lazy. Now the phase 2 of building an unbreakable routine will enable you to have a mindset of consistency and execution, setting clear action steps and non-negotiables for yourself each day. Doing hard things first thing in the morning will enable you to stay motivated and keep doing these things. Starting your day with just 20 push-ups, writing down your thoughts, your goals, the actions that you need to take in order to get to your desired outcome will enable you to have a mindset of consistency and execution. As it says above the logo, all right? Success rewards action, not excuses. You need to take actions, all right? You need to do things that will move you forward. And you can translate this across all areas of your life. It doesn't have to be just fitness and nutrition. It can be anything. Now, phase 3, building your dream physique. Fitness and training. Everything you need to know. Look, it is not complicated. If you're a beginner, if you're starting out with your bulk, I suggest you to start with 3 to 4 rest days and 4 to 3 working days. But you need to work hard. You need to get close to failure or to failure, all right? What I like to do is do 3 working sets, get to 80% of my capabilities, all right? And take the 4th set, which is the last set, to failure. When it comes to the amount of reps, the amount of sets that you must do, I like to go with 2 warm-up sets and 4 working sets. And when it comes to reps, it really just depends what muscle group are you working. When it comes to small muscle groups, you need to make sure you're doing high volume, high amount of reps, 12 to 16 reps, 12 to 15 reps, biceps, triceps, shoulders, all right, traps, calves, muscles like that. But when it comes to muscles that are much bigger, which is your chest, legs, especially back, 6 to 10 reps, you need to find 2 days when you're gonna work back and arms and chest and shoulders, all right? And you need to train your legs at least once per week. What kind of exercises you must do? It's not complicated. Compound movements, squat, dips, bench, deadlift, chin-ups, pull-ups, barbell rows. That kind of shit will will get you into a badass physique. Warm up, don't injure yourself, all right? Because you're gonna fuck up your progress. Don't injure yourself. Warm up, get to failure, all right? Push yourself to the limits and do progressive overload, which is the most important part. You need to be progressively overloading your muscles. You need to add stress on your muscles as you progress. You will progress if you add a little bit more stress into the muscle every single workout. And you can help yourself with tracking your lifts. Now, when it comes to nutrition, you know that the world is fucked because people have been so brainwashed of the junk they consume, of the TikTok bullshit that they consume, that they think eating healthy is called a diet. Like, come on, that's an indicator that you need to fix your mind, that you need to get your shit together. Something is missing. Come on. Stop eating out and wasting your money on junk food. Rather, invest that money into calorie tracking apps like MyFitnessPal or MacroFactor. Great apps to track your macros. Buy whole foods, which are expensive nowadays. So why the fuck are you eating out? Save your money to buy whole foods or invest it into a gym membership. You want to make sure you learn how to cook, all right? If you don't know how to cook and you're 20 and 21, you're fucked because you basically don't know how to take care of yourself. Make sure you start drinking healthy liquid calories like tea, coffee, all right? Bulking shake with whole milk, protein powder, some carbs in there like oats, honey, right? Frozen fruit, banana, that kind of shit. But you need to make sure you still prioritize pre and post-workout meals. Pre-workout meals high in carbs, post-workout meals high in protein, all right? You need to make sure you train hard and recover hard. When it comes down to tracking your macros, all right, you need to know how much you should be eating. If you don't know how much you should eat, your body is gonna use its energy to do more important functions. If you're gonna undereat, your body is going to concentrate on doing the important functions, which is keeping you alive. And when you eat more than your body needs, when you give it more energy, all right, more calories, your body can actually reinforce that energy into building muscles. But you want to make sure you don't go too high because you're going to gain too much fat. You're going to keep your surplus around 10% above your maintenance, 300 to 400 calories above your maintenance. When it comes to macronutrients, I like to go with a 50 to 60% carbs, 20% of fats, and 200 grams of protein, which is the rest. You need to make sure you are prioritizing liquid calories. Liquid calories will help you to bulk up so much easier. Not using liquid calories is like playing a video game on a hard mode. Make sure you prioritize liquid calories, and I mean healthy liquid calories. Like I said, bulking shakes, 200 milliliters of whole milk, some oats, frozen fruit, banana, peanut butter, honey, protein powder, some carbs, and it is an easy 800 to 1000 calories meal. You can split it into 4 different cups, all right? Eat it throughout the day if you have a low appetite. Easy. With that being said, I want you to focus on eliminating screen time as well, because nutrition is not the only thing that you consume. It's also other garbage that you consume on your phone as well. 1 hour a day is your new screen time. I want you to avoid blue light 1 hour after waking up and 1 hour before going to bed. This is going to fix your sleep quality as well. Now that you understand how this process works, okay, now that you understand the method, you have 2 options. Option 1, okay, is that you do it yourself. Because if you actually implement the things I was talking to you about, I can guarantee you, you will have a badass physique and unbreakable mindset. But what might happen is, all right, what might happen is that you will lack real accountability, someone to keep you accountable, someone to keep pushing you forward. You will spend weeks or even years trying to figure it out on yourself, monumentally failing yourself and your family. But option 2 is that you can guarantee your results using a V8 athlete method. All right, and I'm going to show you exactly how. If you have been hungry to make the change and you're willing to take control of your mind and body, then this is for you. If you are willing to drop all of the vices, all of the distractions, and lock in totally, don't be lazy, don't be arrogant, implement the things I say, then this is for you. If you feel soft, but deep down, you know you have the potential to achieve a V8 athlete physique, then this is for you. And you want to let people know that you take care of yourself without needing a word, all right? And you want to stop acting like the man when in reality you're just a bitch. And if you want to conquer each day with doing hard tasks that will move you forward, then this is for you. And if you want to build a V8 physique, all right, and destroy your skinny frame, become confident person, build an unbreakable mindset, basically just become a unit of an individual. Like I said, I'm gonna leave a type form down below where you can apply to work with me one-on-one. And I'm gonna give the first 5 action takers each month a 50% discount. Make sure you are an action taker, because like I said, like it's in the logo, all right? Success rewards action, not excuses. This is only for the serious men who are actually gonna be able and are willing to listen and learn, stop being arrogant, stop being lazy, destroy their skinny frame, and build a V8 physique. If that resonates with you, be an action taker, right? Because change only happens when you change your behavior. This may be a step you've never taken before. It may seem scary, but that's exactly why you should do it. Fill out that type form. I'm gonna reach out to you if you seem like a good fit. With that being said, peace out.